Name, image, and likeness was a key topic here at the Intercollegiate Athletics Forum presented by Learfield. Here to help us break some of that down, the man who is the point guy at Learfield for name, image, and likeness development and growth, Solly Fulp. Solly, thank you for joining.
Thank you, Austin.
We're at the end of the college football season. What were some of the, bigger developments among your partners this season from an NIL perspective?
I would say from a student-athlete influencer marketing perspective, the volume of deal making that our 160 properties and universities that we represent has increased quite a bit. I think we've got close to 800 deals, sponsorship deals that incorporate student-athlete influencer marketing of some capacity, whether that's content, appearances, social media posts, camps, and clinics incorporated into the agreements. And so I think that's a representation of the school support and leaning in with us. The student athletes are becoming savvy student-athlete influencer marketers. And then our brands are seeing the connection to the university communities and the deeper engagement. It humanizes their relationship between the brand and the university community when you use these student athletes as a lead to be brand ambassadors. So I think that we're just getting started with these 800 deals. I think it's going to be the lead in deal making moving forward. I remember when I first started in this business, we were leading with radio spots. And so
slight growth since then.
Yeah. So the student athlete storytelling and the content that they can create, our university communities can't get enough of it. So they're eating that up.
You talk about 160 programs in the Learfield portfolio. Like, how important is that breadth in shaping what you do?
Yeah, I would say the key pillars for student-athlete influencer marketing from our perspective is we have the commercial IP rights. We have over 12,000 brand relationships that are in our system. So it naturally makes sense for us as a rights holder, Learfield as a rights holder, to make those connections between the brands and the student athletes. We have the ability to create content and that storytelling with these student athletes. And so when you pair that up with the likes and interests of a student athlete with the right brand, that's next level engagement. I always use the example, if you have a dog food company like Purina that wants to do a national campaign, it naturally makes sense for us to find the student athletes that love and own dogs and connect them with that campaign. We have the boots on the ground to activate these agreements, to fulfill and activate a influencer marketing agreement with a student athlete. That's next level engagement with these 18 to 22 year olds. So you got to make sure that you got people there to coordinate that. And now we've got the Compass platform on the tech side to facilitate that entire transaction from beginning to end.
Big business now for NIL.
It is. It's exciting. I look at it as another tool in our tool chest that we can go out there and offer to our brands. And so I think our schools now are expecting us to make that lead with influencer marketing in every brand conversation out there. And it is tied to recruiting and retention. It's part of the student athlete experience now.
It feels we are kind of still scratching the surface. I can't believe I'm saying that about NIL development.
Yep.
Okay. So what are some of the bigger things that you're eyeing heading into 2025?
There's two different definitions of NIL, right? You've got your student athlete compensation piece. Post-house, schools are going to, an estimated $20.5 million is going to be paid to student athletes directly by the schools. And then you've got influencer marketing and commercial deal making that'll be on top of that, right? And so I think what it feels like the new arms race is, which was traditionally coaches and facilities, is starting to veer to commercial deal making for student athletes, and what's going to separate the schools from one another and providing those opportunities on top of that direct compensation piece. And so we're getting a lot of requests from schools to say, okay, how can you assist us with this? So we can go out there, and when we have that narrative with the recruit, or we're in a retention conversation with the student athlete, we can talk about the commercial deal making opportunities at their respective school.
Well, a whole lot going on when you have your finger on the pulse of it at Learfield. Solly Fulp, appreciate you joining us.
Thank you, Austin. Appreciate it.